Greetings, Magic players. This is Steve at Untap Games, and right now I'm going to be opening a 2015 core set Deck Builder's Toolkit. So it contains 285 cards, out of which you're intended to sort of build your first deck. So let's read the back of the box. The Deck Builder's Toolkit includes 285 cards at your disposal with everything you need to create multiple decks. No two toolkits are alike. Boy, that's harder to say than it looks. Each box contains 125 semi-randomized cards suitable for building several different Magic decks. 4 15-card booster packs from a variety of recent Magic the Gathering sets, 100 basic land cards to help you cast your spells, Deck Builder's Guide with tips about building the best Magic decks, Magic Rules reference card, and a full art reusable card storage box. So let's crack this guy open. This one that I'm using is a little bit bent. This was the one out of our Untap Games shipment that got damaged during shipping, so we decided this would be the one that we opened on video, just because we can't sell stuff like this normally. But what's inside should be fine. So we have this deck box that is corrugated. It's got a pink-eyed but very threatening looking Garrick on this side and on this side. This is just a divider. Here's a rules reference card. If you're new to Magic, then you could look at this rules reference card, and basically it's like got the anatomy of a card, then the anatomy of a turn on the back. So before going through the new packs, which are right there, I'll just look at what sets I've got. So I have a Dragon's Maze pack, a Born of the Gods pack, a Theros pack, and 2015 core set. So these are, out of these, one of these is going to be cycling out in September, the Dragon's Maze stuff. But the other 3 that I have here are all good for standard for about the next year. So that's cool. And then I have these, which I believe are seeded. These are the semi-randomized ones, and then this is probably lands. So let's start here before I go into the random stuff. And if time permits, I might do another video where I just try to make a deck out of this stuff. Supposedly multiple decks are possible, but it might be neat to see what I could actually make, because I've never actually opened one of these. Oh, so these are all rares here. I have an Aegis Angel, which is pretty cool. That's 4 and 2 white. For a flyer, when it enters the battlefield, it makes something else indestructible for as long as you control Aegis Angel, and it's a 5/5. Mahamati Jin. This is an old card, and it's a 4 and 2 blue Jin with flying, and it's 5/6, which these days is, it's good, especially in limited. It's great in limited for blue, gosh, but nowadays, that's kind of high costed, but back in the day that was really good. Nightmare, 5 and a black for a Nightmare horse with flying. Nightmare's power and toughness are each equal to the number of swamps you control. Shivan Dragon, it's pretty standard, 4 and 2 red. It's flying and fire breathing for 5/5 creature. Terra Stomper, 3 and 3 green. Terra Stomper can't be countered, it has trample, it's 8/8. And now we're getting into uncommons, so Sarah Angel. So a lot of these things, so as you can see, between these rares, you've got 1 rare from each color, and now I'm going through white here, and they're giving me a bunch of stuff that's just, standard to white. White mid-game cards like, mid-range cards like Sarah Angel. So you're supposed to use this to recover and start to take over the game. Banishing Light to hold back terrible creatures. Last Breath to get rid of earlier threats that are coming onto the board. Pump. Little early threats of your own. Divine Verdicts for punishing enemy attacks. Yeah, so things like God's Willing for protecting important creatures. So yeah, that's what we got for white, commons and uncommons. Jace's Ingenuity, Into the Void, a bunch of Omen Speakers from Theros block and Voyage's End, Divinations. So we got a lot of stuff. Frost Lynxes from M15. So we have a lot of stuff that ropes opponents, which is playing pretty much into blue's strong suit. Holding the enemy back until we can do something really awesome with counters and bounces and things like that. And then black, I'm going to assume, has lots of removal. So we get a Singular Vampire. We have a Bioblight, which is removal. Read the Bones for generating some advantage. Covenant of Blood, more removal. Walking Corpse is just a basic black bear. Removal, unblockable, lifelink, removal. Yeah, so card draw, discard, all very normal black stuff that we're used to seeing. Searing Blood's a good red card. Furnace Whelps, Double Strike, Fire Breathing. Lightning Strikes, those are good to have. Fall the Hammer's really good to have. Bolt of Keranos, Magna Spray. So quick damage stuff for red, who'd have thought. And I'm assuming my green is going to be in... Oh, no. I think the rest of my red's in this pack along with the green. Try to do this the right way this time. Nope. I failed. I think you're supposed to use that thing to untwirl it. So I got one more red card. Krenko's Enforcer, a little underwhelming. Reclamation Sage for, artifact and enchantment control. Because green is all about making things real simple. So big creatures, no artifacts and enchantments. That's what green's about. So this is getting reinforced here. Garrick's Pack Leader is our prime creature for uncommons. Time to Feed, green removal, mana generation, more mana generation, big creatures that can't be blocked, more mana generation, big pump. So yeah, and now we get to look at these are the uncommons. Traveler's Amulet's pretty good. So these are some mana generation stuff. Tyrant's Machine, which is kind of a very rudimentary Icy Manipulator. Very highly costed to play. And Bronze Sable, which is like a very simple creature. Fleet Feather Sandals, Guardian Meletus. And the rest here looks like my lands. Yes, indeed, I can confirm they are lands. And these look like more. Here we go. Did it right that time. That one was so much easier than the other two. More lands. And it's only land. At least they didn't intersperse them. That way I don't need to organize them myself. Sure, that's the way it works. And Evolving Wilds. Seraph of the Masses. This one's kind of cool, I think. 5 and 2 white for a Convoke creature with flying. and its power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. So I think that can get scary. So this looks like a bunch of M15 stuff. We got a Sunblade Elf for white-green decks. We got Overwhelm, which is a convocable mass pump, which is good. Feral Incarnation's a good card. It's Convoke, so it's high cost, but it's Convoke. 8 and a green. Put 3/3 green beast creature tokens onto the battlefield. So if you have enough like early board presence, like a bunch of stuff to flood the board, you can get this out really early and then just have 3 big 3/3s out there. Selfless Cathar, Raise the Alarm. I got a Siege Worm. Triplicate Spirits is another good one. Living Totem. Another Evolving Wild, a Chariot of Victory. I think this one is the semi-randomized one. I think that this might have been just set, everything that we looked at before this pack. And this one looks to be semi-randomized, like you're just supposed to blend these in. Like I've got a Farika's Mender here. When it enters the battlefield, you may return target creature or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. So this, now I'm getting some multicolor cards and some stuff that uses multicolor. That doesn't. Nemesis Immortal, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, if you are the type who already has a large Magic collection, this is maybe not the thing for you, because a lot of these things could be gotten pretty easily. However, if you are just starting out and you don't have lands, you don't have like a basis for building and trying out different colors, then that's what this Deck Builder's Toolkit's for. So I'm failing at opening things today. Great. Okay. So this is an M15 pack. I got... What did I get for a rare? Court of Calling. Hey, not bad at all. Nice. That is, if you're going to get an M15 rare, not a bad one to get. So this one is search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less and put it into the battlefield. Then shuffle your library. It's an instant, which is great because that means that it essentially gives whatever that creature is flash, and it has Convoke. So if you have a lot of creatures in play, that drastically cuts down on the cost of doing business with that card. Alright, now for a Theros pack. I got a Bident of Thassa. So that's 2 and 2 blue. Legendary enchantment artifact. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. Creatures your opponents control attack this turn if able, and that's an ability for 1 and a blue and tap Bident of Thassa. So not too shabby at all. That one is goes well with in Theros block. There was a lot of like huge like sea monsters that blue had, and the Bident could get really scary in that situation, just because you can have all of your opponent's creatures attack and then just get absorbed by your giant 8/8s, and then or walls alternatively, and then on the next turn you get to attack and they're all tapped out. So on attackers, ooh, I got a Fated Conflagration. This was a Born of the Gods pack. Anyways, what I meant to say was with the Bident, you cause them to attack and then you strike them while they're overextended and draw a bunch of cards. And my last pack is a Dragon's Maze pack. So there are a few good cards in Dragon's Maze I could think of. Well, I got a Gaze of Granite, which is X and 2 black and a green. And it's a sorcery. Destroy each non-land permanent with converted mana cost X or less. So yeah, that's I don't have a gold pile, but I'll put it right there with the black cards. Whoa, hey, not too shabby. I thought that was kind of a loss, but so I got an Orzhov Guildgate. That's a foil, which is that's not bad. But then I got a Sacred Foundry, which is, like, I would say good. That's like a $15 card or so. So that's a Mountain Plains from Gatecrash, and as Sacred Foundry enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 life. If you don't, Sacred Foundry enters the battlefield tapped. So it's a red-white shockland. Not shabby at all. That's a great way to kind of end things for this. So if you guys like this video, let me know. I may try to take this pool and make a deck. I don't know. You guys have seen the cards. Let me know if you want to see that. Obviously, some of the cards are very basic. So if the audience viewing this is into seeing very basic, sort of like what I would do with this for making a limited format deck where my opponent also had Deck Builder's Toolkit, let me know. Other than that, you know, we'll move on and do other videos. But yeah, let me know that in the comments, and check out untappedgames.com where we are currently selling this. Until next time, take care.